What I've learned of you is that you are not afraid to say your opinion.
That is true.
What's happening, community? So excited to be here spotlighting great human beings that are here in our organization, the YMCA. Today, I'm with my friend, Amy Chang. So Amy, you've been a volunteer for a YMCA approximately how long?
I started volunteering in 2012.
Wow.
I started by being on the advisory board for the YMCA overnight camps, and I was on that advisory board for 10 years. In 2018, I became the chair of the Board of Governors for all of the branches. And at that time, I came onto the corporate wide board. And so currently, I serve on 5 different committees.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Why? That's such a long time to give your time and your energy to?
You know, I really believe in the mission of the Y and how we serve our community and the families and the children here in San Diego.
12 years of service, helping our organization, getting to understand the organization. What's your aspirations and what you'd like to do for the San Diego YMCA?
We are one of the largest, if not the largest, Y association in the United States, with over, I think it's 18 branches now. One thing I would love for us to be is the role model Y association for the entire nation. I would love to see us roll out, best practices and innovation in everything we do. One of the things that I really love about being on the corporate board for our YMCA here in San Diego is that they really welcome input and my opinion. And so in that regard, I really feel like a board member is able to really contribute to the shaping of the strategy of our YMCA.
What I've learned of you is that you are not afraid to say your opinion.
That is true.
Where does that strength come from, and how can we as an organization learn to embody that?
You know, when I was a child, probably the best gift my parents ever gave me was that I was allowed to argue with them about anything I wanted to as long as I was being logical. And that has served me very well my entire life. I really encourage people to, find that voice and not be afraid to share and really, speak the truth, the objective truth of what we are seeing, right? Because I really believe that if we are not talking about what is true, we might accidentally solve the wrong problem. And if we are not solving the actual problem that's on the table, we are wasting our time.
And I also think about youngsters. Our organization serves so many people, but we also have staff that are so young and growing within their careers. What would you say to those young staff as they go on the pursuit to figure out what they want to do and how they want to be great at it?
I would tell them that they should go for it. I don't know if you know this, but I'm under a cancer treatment right now. So I was diagnosed with breast cancer 2 years ago, and so it's something that I'm still battling. And the biggest lesson I learned this past year is that every single day is the first day of the end of your life, whether you realize it or not. It doesn't matter if you're 5 years old or you're 50 years old. Every single day is the first day of the end of your life. And when you realize that, it creates a sense of urgency around what you want to accomplish.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month. What are some things that you're doing for your own well-being?
For me, because I'm under cancer treatment, it's a couple of things. So one is I want to be as healthy as I can be so that I can, kind of combat what I'm going through. So, I'm still walking 2 miles a day. I'm trying to eat as nutritiously as possible. So I haven't had any sugar, carbs, or processed food since last December. So I think it starts with being very healthy. And that's something that the Y definitely encourages is a healthy lifestyle, but also a healthy mindset. For example, part of that for me was just knowing that through all of this, God has been with me the entire time. God has been with me through my darkest times, and He continues to be with me. And, He doesn't abandon us, and I think that that's something that is really, really important to remember.
Absolutely. Being rooted in spirituality, I have found is essential for the good and the bad times. Amy, you radiate love and positivity and wisdom. Thank you so much for all you do for the organization and for the community and for yourself. You're a great example, and we appreciate you.
Thank you. It is truly an honor and a pleasure to be part of the Y family.